and fun experience. There were some really uh, interesting questions. So I thought I would jump on again and see what happens. My two little kids are playing in the background, so hopefully they're not too loud. I also have my earpods in today so that I can get rid of some of the background noise and be a little bit louder. So the concept I want to speak to today is about getting in your own lane. And so what I'm noticing is that when I spend time with people, they are either talking about other people or about wow, about how unhappy their own lives are. And so getting in your own lane means that you're focusing on your own life and your own things and building your own life. And like the title of this of my YouTube channel is Created Life Coach. So that's all about creating your own life and not listening to what other people tell you should do, but learning and understanding the intuition of where to go next so that you can live out your best life. And so this is a concept that is really near and dear to my heart, which is getting in your own lane. Because honestly, for me, I don't know about you, but I don't want to be listening to people's problems and how normal it is to have a bad relationship or to be in having financial issues or hating your job or whatever it is. And I'm just over it. And that's probably because I'm spending so much time in my own lane, doing the absolute best I can to succeed in every aspect of my life, that I just don't want to listen to other people bitching about their lane because they're probably comparing themselves to someone else's lane. I also think there's a very small population of people who actually want to succeed. And that means that if there's such a small population of people that want to succeed, they're not talking about big ideas and sharing amazing information with each other on how to succeed. They're just sitting there saying, my life sucks, my family sucks, my career sucks. Like, that's really boring. And I'm not here to live a boring life. I don't know if you guys are here to live a boring life, but the more that I understand is that rather than speaking about people, you start speaking about ideas, and the place that you get ideas from is more knowledge and following those people that can give you new ideas and new information. And so really this is about getting in your own lane of life and not allowing people to tell you what to do, not allowing people to sway you when you know something is right about your life. And for me as a mom and as a wife, it's really important for me to create a special bubble for our family where we're in our own lane. And so I'm not comparing myself to someone else's world. And this has really changed my life. And I have really happy, healthy kids because I'm not out there trying to get them to be performing monkeys. I'm not trying to live in drama of other people's lives. They're happy playing in the background right now. Just be gentle with that, please. And so I think it's valuable information for everyone, but really looking at your next step, not what someone else's next step is. And they're they're climbing on things, having a great time. So I don't know if you can hear them. But yes, so my biggest belief is to upgrade your life, to get to the next level, is really focus on your lane. So for me, I love to read about new people and new ideas from books and listen to podcasts and YouTube. And I think that really makes me focus on my life and not other people's lives. And then when you're with people, you have things to talk about. You, um, and so that makes you someone that people want to be around too, because you're not the person that's sitting there talking about how miserable life is. And for me, this has definitely made my financial world grow and my health grow, and I would really highly recommend for people who do yoga. They say, stay on your own mat and work out your own way of life. So yeah, that's my biggest thing right now, is just focusing on how I can make my best life epic. And I just, as a woman, I find that a lot of women like to complain, and supposedly complaining is a way to connect. And so rather than complaining when I'm with someone, I like to actually ask them questions about their life. And everyone around us has something to teach. And so my son is putting his toy to sleep. And you're putting it to sleep. Okay. He's going nice. And so when I ask questions, I learn new things. And I think that makes me a much more interesting person. And I think our society needs to become more interesting and less focused on suffering. Where am I from? I'm from Australia, if you can't tell by my accent. And yeah, it's beautiful here. It's actually winter time here in Australia. The days are beautiful and sunny, but where is it? You're from Russia? Hello? Yes, Russia. I have a Russian friend, a beautiful country too. And nice to meet you too. Yeah, so I hope that applies to people's lives as well, that you can really start, just focusing on you and what your next step is. And I've been reading a lot about success and what makes people successful. And a lot of people don't know what it's going to take to be successful. And we need to be successful so that, like here in Australia, we have a very aging population, and a lot of people don't have enough money to retire. And we actually are starting to live a lot longer than we used to. So we need a lot more resources than we used to. So when people are out there focusing on other people's lives and not focusing on how to up-level their own life, it's just going to make for a very sad future. And I know for my kids, I want to teach them as early as possible, like how to take care of their health, how to take care of their finances, how to have self-confidence. And if they are focusing so much on other people's worlds, another really interesting thing about children is, that's cool that you're watching. Yeah, audio biographies are really cool about people. yeah, something about children is that if they are away from their parents, specifically their mum, before the age of 3, they actually look at their peers as to what to do. And so when you look to your peers as to what to do, you don't actually generate a lot of self-confidence. And kids that are with their, specifically their mum, for the first 3 years of their life, look to their parent for advice and what to do, and this actually builds self-confidence inside. And I would say for a lot of people that self-confidence is a thing that people very much struggle with, and also because people struggle with self-confidence, they're not willing to make big leaps and take big chances, and that means, yes, you're okay with failure and you may fail, and that's fine. You know, there's nothing wrong with failing as long as you learn how to pick yourself back up again and try again. And so, like in the world of finance, if you're investing, a lot of people will lose a little bit before they make a lot. And like, that's okay, that failing is okay. And I want to teach, I've taught my kids as they're learning to walk, like, yes, you fell down, but it's okay to get up and try again. And I feel that my kids are doing really well and being really successful, like I spoke about yesterday, is because we make a lot of space for them. We spend quite a bit of time at home learning and allowing them to just slowly interact with their world, um, and to focus on themselves and what they're doing, as opposed to trying to take them out of home life and, um, you know, learning too much from others and learning bad habits. Sometimes when we're around other people, they learn a habit that, as example, we went for a walk last week past a park, and this kid was in the tree screaming. And so my kids learnt that and brought that home, and so now we're retraining them that, like, screaming at home is not a nice sound, and it's not something that we want to include in our life, unless it's channeled into something good. And so that's something that they've picked up from a peer, someone out in the world. So it's the same as like them focusing on someone else's lane. That child thought that that was an okay behavior, and so my kids just adopted it. But when you're in your own lane, it's the same. You might see another adult do another thing that you think, oh, that could be fun. Um, you know, people go, oh, I might try drugs once just to try it. And then they think that's a normal part of life and culture, when, people can do whatever they want. But doing that might take away from learning how to be successful and learning how to take care of your health and learning how to, take care of your finances and how to look better and feel better, and learning how to build a business and take on a fun hobby like this, like doing YouTube. So yeah, that's my biggest thing I wanted to share today. I can hear in the background that I have family here, so I'm gonna stop this and say hello, thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe. My main things are about money, marriage, and motherhood. But if there's other valuable information, thank you for watching. Bye.